Good morning, Nyala class. Welcome to Mrs. Naldrett's story time. As promised, we're going to continue reading Philip Pullman's The Firework Maker's Daughter. We were about halfway through and we got up to the part where Lila with Chulak and Hamlet the elephant are searching for the fire fiend so that she can become a fully fledged firework maker. Here we go. Which way to Rambash's jungle grill? Chulak asked, and someone pointed along the shore to where a wooden building stood on stilts over the water. There was a terrace with coloured flags and tables with checkered tablecloths and lamps made out of wine bottles, and a cloud of smoke was coming from the kitchen with the sounds of sizzling and bubbling and the smell of grilling meat and fish and spices. Just in time, Hamlet. What do you think of that? And that's Uncle Rambashi, said Chulak. Rambashi, wearing a white apron over his tartan sarong, was ushering some customers onto the terrace when he saw Chulak. Chulak, my boy, how delightful to see you. And your friend, your pet, and this excellent mobile advertising billboard. Come in, dear boy. Voucher? Oh, don't bother with that. Free food for everyone in honour of the ceremony of the full moon. Of course I'll lose money on it, but we'll soon make it up. Wonderful publicity. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Free meals tonight. What about us? Said a waiter. When do we get our supper? Customers first, said Rambashi. You and the boys can have as much as you like later on. I thought you were in the chicken business, said Chulak, tucking into a big plate of prawns and rice in satay sauce. Yum, that sounds delicious. Yes, but I had to give that up. I felt sorry for the hens, Chulak. So we took to the transport business for a while. River taxi, you know, with some freelance work on the side. But then came the opportunity to invest in the restaurant trade, where my talents truly lie, Chulak. Yes, madam, our grilled lake trout is exquisite tonight. May I suggest some saffron rice to accompany it? And a flask of jasmine wine? Yes, all free, no charge. Compliments of the house. The Jungle Grill was certainly doing good business, or would have been if Rambashi had been charging for it. I hope he knows what he's doing, Hamlet, Chulak said, as the elephant browsed quietly on the banyan tree that overspread the terrace. He reckons it'll be such good publicity that they'll come back when he starts charging. I'm not so sure. Still, the food's good. Smoky, but tasty. Rambashi's cook was having trouble with the grill, which she kept having to throw water over when it got too hot. Clouds of smoke and steam kept billowing out, and the waiters rushed to and fro with full plates and dirty plates and flasks of wine and menus and coconuts full of ice cream. Meanwhile, the village elders were preparing the lakeshore for the full moon ceremony. Chulak and Hamlet, full of supper, wandered along to have a look. The sand was swept and smoothed. Lanterns were hung in the trees, and blossoms of all colours were scattered on the water. The path from the temple to the lake was crowded several deep on either side, and Chulak had to climb on Hamlet's back in order to see. Then the ceremony began. A great drum sounded 3 times, and an orchestra began to play. Gongs and xylophones and drums and cymbals and flutes. A line of dancers came out of the temple and swayed down the path towards the lake, their fingernails snapping and flicking like fireflies, and their golden skirts shimmering in the lantern light. And there, I'm afraid, Nyala, we have to finish for today. Listen out tomorrow, where there'll be more of this lovely Philip Pullman story. Keep well, and it won't be too long before we're all back together again. See you tomorrow.